This is the Just Live podcast with Dan and Suzie Potter, episode 66.
What is community?
In this episode, we're going to be talking about the importance of community in our lives.
We begin in 22 seconds.
Live life, see the good days in it, just live. Live life, see the good days, see the good days. Follow your potential. And live life, see the good days in it. Thrive.
Your life is a remarkable story and adventure that only you can create.
We exist to motivate and equip you to live fully alive.
Welcome to the Just Live podcast here from Orcas Island up in Washington. We've just had
Beautiful.
a 3-day getaway living in community.
And it was interesting. It was Josiah and Laura and Laura's parents and us.
Mark and
we
Kathy
just,
Knight.
We just did community in this cabin way up in the hillside. And it was just so much fun. So we're coming from that. We're about ready to catch a ferry behind us. But we want to talk a little bit about the importance of community, being together, which the real definition is common unity.
Being together. When we think about community, we have been thinking through the number of communities that we currently are in our life. We have a community as a couple, we have community as a family, our 2 sons, daughter-in-laws, and 2 grandsons. That is another community. We live in our community where our housing district is. That is the Huntington Park community. Lots is happening there.
We have a church community. In our church, we have a singles, young couples community that we help lead, we're a part of.
And tonight we're doing a Friendsgiving in that community especially.
Within the organization we're in that community. We have online communities, one for third culture kids, one for people just wanting to live fully alive, and with couples. And we were just going through and just listing the number of community. We are, I would say, community rich.
Definitely. And we love and value communities. And when we were thinking about community, we were thinking about what brings community together. Sometimes it is by purpose. Like we are purposing, for example, the Fully Alive Revolution. We are purposing to live fully alive and spark each other to live fully alive. In another one of our communities, the Seasons of Life, we're helping couples grow their unique connections together, and we're helping each other do that through vulnerability, masterminds, mentoring, tools. It's amazing. It's that community.
Every community has a common interest, and every community has a sense of belonging. But within that, there are also cultures and there are rules, unwritten or written, that these are people in the community, these are people out of the community. And it's interesting, if you go back into the early church, 5 things were really important: beauty, dignity, meaning, awe or transcendence, and community. Gathering together, belonging to a family of people with the same interests towards the kingdom of God, living fully alive.
One of our friends, Matt Taylor, shout out to you, Matt. He is always talking about community. Him and I are both connection geniuses, and community is really important. And he's really drawn our attention to at the table moments where you come together, you have a meal together at the table, European style, shall I say, not necessarily American style, while it's about the food, eat and go, but European style where it is about lingering at the table. You have your food, but it's not only about the food, it's about building community, and it's about really joining together. And that's a very important thing, to be able to have our common unity, sharing moments together around the table or experiences.
In a moment, we got to get on that ferry behind us, so we need to leave pretty soon. But I want to let you, for a few moments, listen to a community of the people that we are part of, our Anchor group, what they say about community. Here's what they have to say.
We're here at Anchor. This is our community group that meets at our church every other week. And we're just asking the people who have showed up tonight, thanks for volunteering, everybody. What is community to you? Why do you want to be a part of this community? What benefit does it have? So just share your thoughts with us.
Being part of the community, at least here, is really important because we're sharing our lives together, and after COVID, it really helps to not feel so lonely. We're always here for each other. We can always reach out for each other, whatever it is that we need. And it's always amazing to have somebody to lean up on.
Yeah, so for me, it's about a like-mindedness or like interests, be it our faith or in other instances, like an affinity for games or something, which is another community, or at least a context for a community for me.
Yeah, going off of what here's
Paul.
Paul. The same likeness, that we all kind of have the same interests. We're in this because it's faith-based. So just sharing that, but also I feel like just growing with each other and sharing that, that to me is important. Like growing together.
For me, community is people that support you, that they have your back regardless of anything, and you could kind of be open and not be judged, so that's a good community for me.
I'll say community is, first of all, Norman is an island, so it's good to have people who just love and support you, and being in a place where it's not just you. I think it comes with just a lot of just comfort and support and love, and all that just makes us who we are, and that's what community is for me. Being in a place where I'm loved, accepted, and I'm not alone, and I have shoulders to lean on, and it's like these pillars of my life that kind of holds me up, and it's almost like anytime you're about to go down, you have this support that just keeps you afloat, which is like the best thing ever. So yeah.
I think it's also just as important for all the times that you're getting support, giving support. It's a really changing thing when you're able to help people around you and share your stories or whatever else you can give. Anytime that you guys need help and somebody else is able to reach out and say, hey, I've got you, or I'm able to say, yeah, I can do that for you. And it changes attitudes towards the rest of the people around you.
Yeah, I feel like it's like almost a second family sort of a thing. Like there's almost like when something happens, it's like, oh, I got to share that with my brothers or something. And with this group too, it's like, oh, this happened. I have to share it with like the group and like let them know that this happened. And you can connect in different ways with different people, where it's like if something happens, I know I can message Paul about something. If something happens, then I can message Izzy about something. It just gives different avenues and different connections that you can make with people to make you feel, alive is a big part of it, and also just feel loved and supported.
What he said, it is just like a support system, and we can like pray with each other, and we can take meals to each other, and we can just do life together, and even just like going on walks, or there's so many things that we can do together and just have friends and support each other, like everyone else has said. And everybody needs that, I feel like, so it's great to have.
I think the cool thing about this group in particular, we've been meeting over a year? Yeah. Over a year now. And we started like, okay, we're here because we sort of want the same thing, and we decided we wanted to like do life together and study the Bible together, and of course eat together. And I think over the year, just by sharing, by doing all these things, having a regular connection to each other as well, we've been able to grow deeper. And 6.5-ish, 7 months ago, two of our girls had babies, and supporting them through their real seasons of life and different couples, and we're starting to know each other. Because as Kendra said, we're praying for each other, and we're sharing life, and we're hearing each other's perspectives. And I love what you said as well. It just feels like a family, really, somebody that's very family oriented that you want to do life together with.
It's so awesome. As I said earlier tonight, we're having a Friendsgiving with that Anchor community, and it's something that we continue to build. It's been almost 2 years now that we've been building that, And it's an exciting community. And I love this passage from Hebrews chapter 10, verses 24 and 25. It says, "And let us consider how we may spur one another on towards love and good deeds, not giving up meeting together as some are in the habit of doing, but encouraging one another, and all the more as you see the day approaching." So I love meeting together, spurring each other on to love, about the things that really matter to us, about loving Jesus, about loving people, about knowing yourself, about encouraging each other to be the most fully alive version of yourself.
It's interesting. We were just told that there is a pod of whales out here. We might see them today, but it's
whales.
6 orca whales that stay together.
Community.
And I think if we're going to live fully alive, we can't do it on our own. We have come out of COVID. We have come out of this aloneness time, socially distanced. But if we're going to live fully alive, we need each other. We need to be in community. So I would love to challenge you. Are you in a place where you have this community and that community, because in that you are accepted and you belong.
That's right. So thank you so much for joining us in this Just Live podcast about community.
And may you live fully alive as you love your life, your world, and your God. My name's Dan.
My name is Susie. Together we are Doozy.
Live fully.
And love fully. Thank you so much for joining us. If there's any way that we can serve you or you have further questions, contact us. Go to doozy.com, DUZIE.com, and contact us in any of the methods that's good for you.
You have a doozy of a day.
That's right. Bye from Orcas Island, Washington.
Bye.